Hello everyone, today's project 98 Pontiac Grand Prix. It has a 3.8 engine and the water pump went out on it. Here's the old water pump. And it just had a severe leak through the little vent hole on the bottom there. The bearing didn't feel bad, but it was really gushing out a lot of coolant. So we bought a brand new water pump with a lifetime warranty. And I just wanted to touch base on a couple of pointers how to change this darn thing. Okay, first of all, most of it is pretty simple. You're going to take off the alternator belt, which runs the alternator and the power steering. Just loosen the little tensioner down there. And then after that, you're going to pull on the tensioner for the supercharger if you have a supercharger, and also runs the AC unit on the bottom. So then you have both of the belts off, okay? After that, way down in the corner down there, you have your power steering pump. And you see, and way back behind there, one of your water pump bolts is behind the power steering pump. So you're going to reach through the pulley, which has holes in the power steering pulley, and loosen the two bolts that hold the power steering on. Very simple to reach, and take the power steering pump loose. Then after that, you will take off the two larger bolts here and there, which are 13 millimeter or 1/2 inch. And then the other smaller bolts around there are 3/8. Surprisingly, a lot of stuff on here is still American standard size tools. I was kind of surprised on that. It wasn't metric, but not metric. And then to take this last bolt out on the front of the power steering pump, we had to take off the idler pulley for the belt, which is one 15 millimeter bolt on that. So anyway, now we're at the point here, we have scraped the gasket off all there pretty good, and we're going to install the new pump now. But anyway, not as tough a job as I thought it was going to be. Okay, we now have the new water pump on. As you can see, there's 3 of the small bolts on the top and 1 bolt on the bottom, and then you have 2 long 3/8 bolts on either side of the pump. Okay, so now we're going to put the power steering pump back on. Okay, we have the power steering pump on in the back, which was kind of tricky to start those 2 bolts, but I had to pull them out all the way because they were bottoming out lengthwise. We got the water pump pulley on, and we have the alternator belt on, and I'll tell you what, it's tricky. If you look at the diagram here, this belt here has to go all the way around everything, and the AC pump way in the front and up again. But we have that on. Now we just need to put the supercharger belt on, and we'll be all finished, and we could fill this thing up. Hallelujah. Okay, now we have the supercharger to the idler pulley and tensioner all hooked up, and that was a little tricky too, believe it or not. I don't know what we kept doing. I think we kept putting the bottom part over the top of the idler. I don't know, we had to try it several times, but we finally got it right. Follow the diagram. Okay, so now we have everything intact, and we're going to fill up the coolant and get it running now. Okay, we got it running here, and I'm waiting for the thermostat to open and let that coolant go in. It'll be a minute or two. Oh, here we go. We got some bubbles coming up. Okay, we have filled up the radiator and we warmed it up a while. The thermostat opened and the level went down, and then what I neglected to put on the video earlier is, you see right down here is a little bleeder screw that opens up the cooling system, and that lets all the air out of the highest point of the engine, which is the radiator hose inlet on the intake manifold. Okay, so we're going to open that up a little bit, and now we're going to go over here and fill the, go ahead and pour water in there. Okay, a little bit's coming out. Is that getting full? over there?
No.
Okay, but that means all the air is out of this portion. Go ahead and
Hold on.
fill it the rest of the way.
Okay, hold on. Think.
And
That
we
would
just
be
tighten
enough
that
right now.
screw up here. All right. Okay, so our coolant level was full. We put a brand new radiator cap on here. We went over here and we topped off our overflow bottle about a little more than half full. We're good to go.